Blutbad.
Hello and welcome back to another behind the scenes toy photography video. This week I'm going to show you how to use Photoshop to make your figures fly. I call this shot Marching into Battle. I'll also show you my editing process. I've been completely obsessed with the Geonosian Warrior action figure that Hasbro recently released, and this week I finally thought of a fun way to shoot it. But first I had to get my scenery set up. I began by posing a bunch of V1 battle droids in the foreground of my shot. I wanted to give my shot a sense of verticality, so I framed it in such a way that only showed the battle droids from the neck up. Behind the droids, I put down a terrarium decoration to act as the stage for my main subjects. I stood one Geonosian directly on the plateau to keep a careful watch on the droids under his command. I placed another on a figure stand in the back, soaring high above the ground. These figures come with an alternate set of flapping wings, but the regular wings look better and are more translucent, so I kept those on. To finalize my shot, I added a small green spotlight to highlight the energy in the sonic blaster, and also placed some reflectors opposite my light to soften up the shadows. Here's my starting image. This was a pretty extensive edit, so let's dive right into it. I began by blending together no fewer than 5 separate exposures. These included the focus layer for my main subject, 2 different layers for the green blaster glow, a layer with my leftmost subject absent so that I could brush out the figure stand, and one final layer with that same subject in sharper focus. Once I was happy with the blend, I touched up the gap at the top of my image and began adding adjustment layers. I adjusted the levels and color balance and added several warm photo filters. Following that, I used the healing brush tool to remove most of the articulation joints on my toys. Geonosians have exoskeletons, so some of these joints already looked pretty natural as is. Next, I did a little graphical surgery, removing each of my flying guy's wings and placing them on their own individual layers. This allowed me to apply a differently angled motion blur to each wing. Finally, I did a bit of dodging to lighten up the midtones on my subjects. So once again, here's my starting image, and here's where I ended up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and make sure to check me out on Instagram. Thanks, and until next time!